Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Karen. I'm a lefty who loves fountain pens, writing, Hobonichi, journal, and all of that good stuff. So if you like those kinds of content, consider subscribing to my channel and check out my page for more content. Alright, so for today's video, I will be sharing with you my Pelikan fountain pen collection. I only have 4. I don't know if that's too little of a number or maybe too much. So just to give you a history lesson, if you will, with Pelikan is that it's almost 200 years old. They started in 1838 in Germany, in Hanover to be exact, and they started creating inks. So their first product really was inks, and then they've ventured into creating and producing writing instruments. So Pelikan, there's a big range in terms of their writing instruments. They cater to kids who practice writing using fountain pens, and then all the way up to, prominent figures in politics, and you will get into that in a little bit. So as mentioned, I have 4 pens and I will share with you right now. The first one is an M205. The thing with the coding system for Pelikan is that they, at least for this type of fountain pen, is that they go up by the hundreds, by 200s really. So there's a 200, which is the smallest. The next one is a 400, then a 600, then an 800, and then the 1000. The M1000 is comparable or similar to a Montblanc 149 or a Sailor King of Pen. So if you want to try out this particular collection from the M fountain pen series, this is the smallest. This is the M205. It's a 205 because the trim here is silver. So if you purchase an M200, the trim will most likely be gold. For this particular pen, I purchased this pre-loved from the fountain pen Palenque. Personally, I find brand new Pelikan pens to be a bit expensive, and maybe if there's a chance for me to go to Europe, go to Germany, then I may hoard some of their pens because I really like the smooth writing quality. So this is the blue marble. It uses a piston filler, so you can really put a lot of ink there. So the cap is a screw type. And for this particular M205, the nib is a steel nib, and I got this in the cursive italic nib. So the previous owner, the original owner, she had this ground to a cursive italic, and I really enjoy the line variation that this brings. However, for this particular pen, I have to angle it at a certain way so that the pen or the ink doesn't skip when I write. In terms of the price, I got this pre-loved for 5,000 pesos. So it's not bad considering that this is a German brand of writing instrument. And I really like the unique blue marbling over here, which is a really nice contrast with the black and also the silver trim. So that's the first pen that I have for Pelikan. The second one, and I'm going in the order of ascending styles. So the second one is the M400. M400 is a bit bigger than the M200. And this is the special edition white tortoise with gold trim. And this also has the 14K two-tone gold nib. Okay. So you can see here there's some patterns on the nib, and it's already in the gold nib territory. So it also uses a piston filling mechanism, and you can probably see. Let me try turning it. Okay, so you can really see that through the body, and then just turn it up if you want to draw ink and fill this pen up. Okay, so For this one, I also got this pre-loved. I don't think they make this anymore. For the price of 15,750. So that is a very big jump from the blue marbled 205, and it's mainly because of the gold nib. And also to add, this is part of the Pelikan Souverän fountain pen range, which is, iconic to the brand. It features the stripes or the striated design. This is more a status symbol, something that you use for special occasions, for signing very important documents, and all of that. So this one dates back to 1982, the Souverän range, I mean. So it goes all the way back to 1982. And their design really hasn't changed much. And as I am an 80s kid, I'm actually one of the older millennials. I really have an appreciation for, old world designs and fountain pens and writing instruments. I think this is something that, we all need to preserve the penmanship, cursive writing. It's not as widely known as it was back in my day. All right, so this one, I really enjoy it. Oh, and before I forget, I actually had this ground to an ultra extra fine nib. So when I purchased this from its original owner, it was already an extra fine nib, but I find it to be too wet. So it was making my writing a bit more broader than I wanted. So I went to my favorite nibsmith and asked if he could do a bit of tuning, maintenance, and also to grind this to a more finer tip. So I haven't really tried this yet. I haven't inked it up, and I hope to do that with you guys very soon. So the last two pens are my M600. So definitely they are bigger than the 205 or the 200 series. And the first one is this one, and you may be familiar with this one already. So this is the M605 Souverän in the white and green stripes. And because it's the 605, it has the silver trim. So you can really see there's a different charm if you have white with gold trim and white with silver trim. So it has its own unique beauty. But going back to this one, you guys already know if you've watched my Manila Pen Show videos that I purchased this from a Singapore seller. And this one already came in the extra fine nib. So this is also 14 karat gold. I think this is white gold or maybe rhodium. Pelikan fountain pens are generally more wet than your Japanese nibs. So personally, I find Japanese nibs to be more finer and more to my liking as a lefty. But if the intention for these pens are really, sign checks, sign documents, sign legal papers and contracts, show this around, clip this in your front pocket. It's a really nice pen to have in your collection. This also gives me variation in my collection so that, for example, I have a lot of extra fines, but for different brands, they really have variations in terms of their extra fine nibs. So yeah, this is my Souverän 605 white and green stripes. And this is also the only Pelikan that I purchased brand new. Alright, so my last Pelikan fountain pen is this Souverän Stresemann edition. So I believe Stresemann is a politician. He was a leader in Germany, and I believe he won the Nobel Peace Prize. So they dedicated this type of pen to him. Okay, so this one is the anthracite, or what you call a very dark, deep gray color. And it also has these stripes along the body. I also got this at around 15,800 pesos. And I believe that the nib size for this one is fine. So this is my only fine pen, and I really don't mind because I really enjoy using this for signing documents, writing checks, and in this day and age, we still do that here in the Philippines. So I use this, just to give variety and to give that oomph to my signature. And of course, this is also pre-loved because a brand new of this one is quite pricey. Okay, so there you have it. This is my flock of Pelikan fountain pens, three of which I acquired from the fountain pen Palenque at reasonable prices. And I think it's worth your while to take a look and try out these wonderful pens from Germany. So if you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!